everyone, today I'm here to do a Christmas tag. Surprisingly, there has been some Christmas tags that I haven't done. Who would have thought it? Because I do Christmas tags every year. It's one of my favorite things to do. You guys know seasonal tags, seasonal anythings is my jam. So there is a brand new one this year called the Christmas Carol book tag. Created by Lauren Wade, so I will link her original video down below as well as all the questions. So I don't know about you, but I'm excited to try a brand new tag. The first question is Ghost of Christmas Past, a book that was a childhood favorite. So I have a ton. I don't want to mention Harry Potter because I feel like that's very cliche, and I think a lot of people think favorite childhood book, Harry Potter. So instead, I'm going to mention some that I don't think I talk about a ton, but are still some of my favorites. One of my all-time favorites right up there with Harry Potter is Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson Levine. I still need to own a copy of this, but I have yet to see the book I have yet to see the adaptation. I refuse to because it's so different from the book, but either way, I loved Ella Enchanted. I read it in middle school and just loved it so much. Also Frindle, I forget who, but here it is. I love that book as well. I remember finding it at a Scholastic book fair, which I'm so happy still goes on to these days because I loved book fairs in elementary, middle schools. Like those were my jam. I loved Frindle. That was one of my childhood favorites, as well as Holes by Louis Sachar. I love that one as well. So I have a whole bunch of like classic favorites that I really should revisit and read. Perhaps that'll be a video in the future, but there's a ton out there other than Harry Potter that I just wanted to mention. Question number 2, The Ghost of Christmas Present. A recent book that you think will become one of your all-time favorites. So I don't know if this is a recent book that I've read or a recent book that I acquired, so I'm gonna do both. So a couple books that I read recently that I think are just gonna be on my all-time favorites. Supernova by Marissa Meyer. In fact, just the whole Renegades trilogy I think is gonna be one of my all-time favorites just because of how fun it is. It's like a Marvel superhero kind of series. I've reviewed every single book in this series, so I would highly recommend checking them out, but it's just gonna be one of my favorites because it's such a fun time. Another favorite that I also love as well is Evie Drake Starts Over. I thought this was a great one by Linda Holmes. It's definitely one I don't hear talk about a lot on BookTube, but it's very popular out in like the blogger and like just the book world, I guess you could say, but I loved it. It was a very quiet, character-driven book that I think is just going to be one of my all-time favorites, kind of up there with Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. A book that I've acquired recently that I think could be an all-time favorite is You Were There Too by Colleen Oakley. This one comes out in December, and it's basically about this woman that keeps having these dreams of this man, and she's happily married and has a kid, but she has these dreams of this man that she's never met before, never seen, and then her family moves, and then she meets the guy that she's dreaming about, and then she learns that he is also dreaming about her, so they're like, what is going on? So that just sounds like such a unique plot to me that I'm just very intrigued by it. I really enjoyed her other book, Close Enough to Touch, so I'm hoping this will become my all-time favorite. Stay tuned to find out more. Question number 3, what do you think it is? It is The Ghost of Yet to Come or The Ghost of Christmas Future. A book that's coming out next year that you are very excited about. I am in the thick of writing my 2020 most anticipated books. It takes me a while to script that. First, I write a list of what books I'm interested in, then I go back and try to find the picture for that book, and then I try to figure out and type a description for it. So my list is very, very long. I can't think of there's like Love Her or Lose Her by Tessa Bailey I'm very much anticipating. The new one by Sarah J Maas, that's her adult fantasy. Crescent Moon, something like that. I am really anticipating. I know, Sarah J Maas, I like it. I'm anticipating it a ton. What's some other ones that I just can't wait to read? There's just a whole bunch, and for some reason right now I'm blanking. The video should be coming up in the next couple weeks, hopefully, so you'll get to see all of them, which it's a lot, especially in the beginning half of the year. My list is long, but then after June it just kind of doesn't have anything because it's never like that at the beginning of the year. But either way, rest assured, there is a ton that I am anticipating. So yeah, I didn't really do well with this question, but see a future video to find out all of my answers. Question number 4 is Bah Humbug, our classic Ebenezer Scrooge. A book that everyone loves, but you just can't stand. This is hard. There's not a ton of books that a lot of people love that I just really don't like. There's some books that I really love that not a lot of people like, but the one that I can think of, this might be a cop-out, I don't know, Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. This is the second book in the Renegades trilogy. I go on about how much I don't think this book was necessary, that I didn't really enjoy it, but I see a ton of reviews that really enjoy it and say it's fun, and they don't see it as like kind of a second book syndrome book, but I definitely do. So I guess this could be my answer because I definitely don't like it as much as other people do, and I really don't feel like it was even like pertinent to the storyline a ton. That just may be me. That's just my tea. and I spilt it. 5, we have the amazing Bob Cratchit. An old dependable book that you always recommend. Since this is a Christmas tag video, I'm gonna treat this as like an old dependable holiday book I always recommend. For that is The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Han. This is one of my favorite holiday books. I love it. In fact, it is a retelling of A Christmas Carol, which is what this video is all about. So I really enjoy it. It takes the character Holly Chase and she gets visited by the ghost of Christmas past and all that stuff, and she doesn't change her ways. And then she becomes the ghost of Christmas, like past, I believe, at this company, and basically she meets the new Scrooge this year, and it's like a whole company. They have a Scrooge every year, and it's just a really awesome reimagining that I really loved, and I thought it was a great retelling of Christmas Carol, but I haven't read A Christmas Carol, which I know I'm horrible. But either way, this is definitely an old, dependable, favorite holiday book I always recommend year after year. Question number 6 is Tiny Tim. An underhyped book that you think deserves more love. For this one, I'm gonna go with a romance book that I read this year that I love, that I don't hear a lot of people talk about, and that is Things You Save in the Fire by Catherine Center. I loved this book. It's a short book. It's like less than 300, yeah, it's 300 pages, and I loved it. It was a sweet romance about a female firefighter falling in love, and it was just so amazing, and I don't hear anybody talk about it, so I would love to see this book get hyped. I would love to see more romance readers read it and just fall in love with it as much as I did. Question number 7, today. Why today? It's Christmas Day. A book that always gets you in the mood for Christmas, and in here it says in parentheses, apart from A Christmas Carol. I know, throw your stones at me. For this, I'm gonna pick 2 because I just really enjoy them both. One is My True Love Gave to Me. This always makes me think of Christmas, and I love it so much. It's 12 holiday stories. A lot of people don't love this book, but I really do. I thought it was great. It's one of my favorite anthologies because it was just so Christmassy and so holiday, so I always think of this book near the holiday season for sure. Another one that I read last year that I just love, and the title alone makes me think of Christmas, and that is One Day in December by Josie Silver. Even though the cover of this and the title of this makes it think it's a holiday book, it's really not. It takes place over a span of 10 years, but it does have some holiday features in it, but I really love it, and every holiday season I get excited when I see this book because I remember reading it last year and how much I loved it. Question number 8 is A Muppet Christmas Carol, which is one of my favorite Christmas carols. Your favorite film adaptation of a book? That is such a hard question for me. I mean, any Harry Potter, really, I love them all, honestly. Hunger Games and Catching Fire I thought were great adaptations. What else? There has been, Love, Simon was a great adaptation as well. There hasn't, and To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I was going to say there hasn't been any, but there you go. There's a whole bunch. So there's some 2 recent ones, is Love, Simon and To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I thought were great adaptations. I still haven't seen the adaptation for Let It Snow yet because I keep hearing not so great things about it. So I'm just kind of straight away. Let me know if I should watch it or if I should just completely pass on it. I am doing a video very, very soon of book to movie adaptations, taking 5 books where I've read the books of, but I still haven't seen the adaptations of them yet because I am so behind. Like these past few years have just exploded with book to movie adaptations. And I don't have the time to keep up with them all. When I first started BookTube, I was on top of that. When I heard there was a book to becoming a movie, I read the book, I reviewed it, I watched the movie, I did all that stuff. And now it's like every other month there's a new one coming out and I'm like, I don't know how to keep up. So yeah, soon look out for that video soon, hopefully. Question number 9 is to tag some people. So I will do just that. So I'm gonna tag Amy from Amy Reads because I know she enjoys seasonal tags just as much as myself. I'm gonna tag Dana from the Book Quarter because she's back on BookTube now and my heart is so, so happy because I love her so dearly. I'm also gonna tag Zoe from Zoe Reads. So I'll leave all their channels down below. Check them out. I highly recommend you do. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this Christmassy tag. Be forewarned, there might be another one this year because I just love seasonal tags. We all know this. I'm stating the clear obvious. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye.